Have you ever been told that high cholesterol is the silent killer lurking inside your body, waiting to strike when you least expect it? Have you spent years fearing butter, eggs, or anything with even a drop of fat because doctors warned you? It could clog your arteries and lead to disaster. Well, what if I told you that one of the biggest health warnings of the past 50 years might not be what you think? What if the real danger isn't cholesterol itself, but what the world has been taught to believe about it? Today, we're diving into a shocking discovery that has left people stunned, confused, and even angry. Because when Barbara O'Neill started revealing what she found about cholesterol, the untold truth behind it, and how it actually works inside your body, it flipped the entire conversation upside down. And trust me, once you hear this, you will never look at cholesterol the same way again. So before you toss your eggs in the trash or swear off healthy fats for life, stick with me. Because by the end of this video, you're going to understand something that very few people truly know, something that could change your health forever. And if you've been told your cholesterol is too high, or if you're already taking medication to lower it, what we covered today might give you a perspective you've never heard from your doctor. This might just be the most important conversation you have about your health this year. Now, let's talk about the idea that cholesterol is the villain. For decades, the world has been trained to fear this waxy substance. People see it on lab results and panic, instantly imagining blocked arteries and heart attacks. But here's the twist. Cholesterol isn't just safe, it's essential. Your body literally cannot survive without it. And Barbara O'Neill has spent years explaining that cholesterol is not the problem. The real issue lies somewhere else, entirely. And unless we understand this, millions of people will continue taking medications they may not even need, believing a narrative that leaves out half the truth. Think about this for a moment. Every hormone in your body, your stress hormones, your sex hormones, even the hormones that regulate energy are made from cholesterol. Your brain, it's one of the most cholesterol-rich organs you have. Every cell membrane in your body depends on cholesterol to protect, rebuild, and stabilize itself. So if cholesterol is so essential, why were we taught to hate it? Why have we been told that lowering it at all costs is the path to survival? According to what Barbara O'Neill discovered, while studying nutritional biochemistry and patient outcomes, the story isn't as simple as we've been led to believe. And if you've ever struggled with low energy, memory issues, hormone imbalance, mood swings, or chronic inflammation, what we're about to unpack might reveal something vital about your body's needs. Now, there's a reason your body produces cholesterol naturally. It creates around 75% of it all on its own in your liver. That's right, most of the cholesterol inside you didn't come from food. Your body made it. Why? Because cholesterol is a repair molecule. When there's damage, inflammation, or irritation inside your blood vessels, your body sends cholesterol like a firefighter rushing to the scene. Without cholesterol, the damage inside your arteries would get worse, not better. So here's the shocking part. Cholesterol doesn't cause the damage. It's responding to the damage. Barbara O'Neill often compares cholesterol to the firefighters at a burning building. You wouldn't blame the firefighters for causing the fire, they're trying to fix it. In the same way, high cholesterol isn't the culprit. It's a sign your body's trying to protect you. So the real question becomes, what's causing the fire? This is where things get interesting. Because when you dig deeper, you start seeing patterns. People with long-term inflammation, poor diets filled with processed foods, high sugar intake, chronic stress, or toxic lifestyles often have elevated cholesterol. But instead of addressing the root cause of inflammation, modern medicine zooms in on the cholesterol and tries to remove it. It's like turning off the smoke alarm instead of putting out the fire. And that's why so many people are frustrated, confused, and still sick despite doing everything right. They cut fat, they avoid eggs, they take medications, but the underlying issue stays. Barbara O'Neill makes it extremely clear. Inflammation is the real enemy. Inflammation from sugar, trans fats, smoking, stress, alcohol, environmental toxins, and a sedentary lifestyle. When the blood vessels become inflamed or scratched, LDL, cholesterol rushes in to patch the area. LDL isn't the villain. The repair team, HDL, is the cleanup crew. Together, they keep your body functioning smoothly. So when your cholesterol numbers rise, your body might be signaling that something deeper needs your attention. Now, Here's something most people don't know. Your cholesterol levels can change dramatically based on stress alone. One argument, one bad night's sleep, one period of emotional overwhelm, and boom, your numbers jump. That's because stress hormones are made from cholesterol. If you're stressed, your body will naturally increase the amount it produces so it can keep up with the demand. But modern medicine rarely asks you about your stress levels before putting you on medication. It rarely asks about your diet, your sleep, your inflammation markers, or your sugar intake. And that's why so many people are put on cholesterol drugs without ever discovering the real imbalance happening inside their bodies. Now let's talk about something else Barbara O'Neill emphasizes: the purpose of saturated fat. For years, this type of fat has been demonized, but Barbara explains that saturated fats play a critical role. They stabilize cell membranes, protect the brain, support hormone production, and give the body long-lasting energy. Your ancestors ate natural fats without fear: coconut oil, grass-fed butter, eggs, fish, nuts, seeds, avocado. These foods nourished the body. And yet, despite eating them, heart disease was far less common in those times than it is today. Why? Because the real health destroyers are processed foods, hydrogenated oils, refined sugars, and artificial additives, things the body was never designed to digest. Barbara O'Neill also points out something very few people realize. When we cut out healthy fats and replace them with low-fat, high-carb processed foods, our bodies become inflamed. That inflammation increases cholesterol, which then gets blamed. It's a cycle that keeps repeating because the narrative around cholesterol has been incomplete for decades, and millions of people are still missing the truth. Now let's talk about the medications. Cholesterol-lowering drugs, especially statins, are some of the most prescribed drugs in the world. And while they can lower cholesterol numbers on paper, the bigger question is, at what cost? Barbara discusses how statins may reduce your body's ability to produce CoQ10, a nutrient essential for energy production in your cells. Without it, you may experience muscle pain, weakness, fatigue, brain fog, or even heart complications because your heart needs CoQ10 to function. So while the numbers on your lab results may look better, your cells may actually be suffering. And what's even more shocking is that many patients don't even know this. They're never warned. They're simply told to lower the number and not question the method. But when people start eating real whole foods, reducing inflammation, improving sleep, managing stress, exercising gently, and drinking clean water, their cholesterol naturally balances itself. Not because they forced the number down, but because the root cause was finally addressed. That's the message Barbara O'Neill keeps highlighting. Support the body, and the body will correct itself. Now imagine this. What if cholesterol is actually your body's built-in healing system? What if instead of suppressing it, we learned how to work with it? What if the foods we feared are actually the ones we need? Eggs provide choline for brain health. Butter provides vitamins A, D, and K2. Coconut oil supports metabolism and fights pathogens. Olive oil nourishes the heart. Fatty fish supports the brain and reduces inflammation. Avocados supply fiber, potassium, and healthy fats. These foods aren't the enemy, they're essential. Barbara O'Neill talks a lot about the importance of giving the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild itself. When the diet is natural, unprocessed, colorful, and nutrient-dense, the body thrives. When the diet is chemical-filled, sugar-heavy, and artificial, the body's struggles and cholesterol levels often reflect that struggle. Now, here's something that surprises a lot of people. Low cholesterol can be dangerous. People with extremely low cholesterol have been shown to have higher risks of depression, anxiety, hormone issues, memory loss, and weakened immunity. Why? Because the brain needs cholesterol. Hormones need cholesterol. Immune cells need cholesterol. Without enough of it, the body simply can't function in harmony. Barbara O'Neill's message is simple. Cholesterol is your friend, not your enemy. Protect it, understand it, and most importantly, listen to what your body is trying to tell you. If your cholesterol is high, your body might be working overtime to repair something deeper. That's your signal to look at your lifestyle, not just your lab results. What are you eating? How are you sleeping? How much stress do you carry? How often do you move? What toxic exposures are you dealing with? These questions matter more than a single number on a blood test. Imagine someone who lives on processed foods, sugary drinks, fast food, and late-night meals. Their arteries become inflamed. Their body sends cholesterol to repair the damage. Doctors see the cholesterol and panic. But the cholesterol wasn't the cause, it was the response. And until you remove the cause, the body will keep producing more. That's why Barbara O'Neill encourages people to take a deeper look at inflammation. And inflammation is something we can control through our choices, our habits, and our lifestyle. Now let's talk about something truly powerful, the liver. Your liver is the mastermind behind cholesterol regulation. When you eat more, it produces less. When you eat less, it produces more. It's constantly adjusting to keep you balanced. But when the liver is overloaded with toxins, sugar, alcohol, processed oils, or medications, it becomes stressed. That stress leads to inflammation, and inflammation triggers cholesterol production. So, improving liver health naturally improves cholesterol levels without fear, without panic, and without extreme restrictions. Another important thing Barbara stresses is the power of natural movement. Regular walking, deep breathing, sunlight, and staying active help the body reduce inflammation. And when inflammation goes down, cholesterol naturally finds balance. It's not about killing cholesterol, it's about calming the storm inside your body. Now picture this. You start nourishing your body with whole foods, you increase your vegetables, you enjoy healthy fats, you cut back on processed sugars, you hydrate with clean water, you reduce stress, you sleep better. And suddenly, things start changing. Your energy improves, your mood lifts, your digestion gets better, and yes, your cholesterol levels start normalizing, not because you attacked cholesterol, but because you solved the problem beneath it. This is what Barbara O'Neill has been teaching for years. When we work with the body instead of fighting against it, healing becomes natural. So if you've ever been afraid of cholesterol, or if you've ever felt confused by conflicting health advice, let this be simple. Your body is designed with intelligence. Cholesterol is part of that intelligence instead of fearing it. Understand why your body produced it. Instead of suppressing it, listen to the message behind it. Because the truth is, cholesterol is not the silent killer you were taught to believe. It's the silent healer working behind the scenes. And once you start addressing your inflammation, improving your lifestyle, feeding your cells what they desperately need, and supporting your body's natural healing systems, everything changes. You gain clarity, you gain energy, you gain balance, you gain health, and suddenly cholesterol becomes something you respect, not fear.